Mindful Moments, Mental Health Podcast.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Mindful Moments, a mental health podcast. Today we're talking about stress and stress management techniques. I'm Goran, and as always, I'm here with the amazing, the one and only, Tara.
Oh, stop, Goran, you're making me blush. Hi, everyone. Today, we're diving into something we all know way too well: stress. You've probably experienced it today. Maybe you're even feeling it right now.
Yeah, you might be listening to this podcast just to avoid the mountain of emails or dishes waiting for you. Don't worry, you're in the right place. We've got your back.
Exactly. Stress is a part of modern life. There's no way around it. But what if we told you that you can take control of it rather than letting it control you?
That's right, and that's what this podcast is all about. We're going to break down some stress-busting techniques straight from the book, Stress and Stress Management Techniques, to help you not just manage your stress, but conquer it.
So sit back, grab a cup of tea, or if you're like Goran, probably a huge mug of coffee, and let's get started.
All right, Tara, before we get into the tools and techniques, let's talk about why stress is even a thing. I mean, why can't life just be chill all the time?
If only. But you know, Goran, stress isn't always a bad thing. It's actually a survival mechanism, right? Back in the day, stress helped us run away from saber-toothed tigers and stuff.
Exactly, and now we just get stressed about whether or not we replied to Karen's email fast enough.
Poor Karen. But yeah, the thing is, stress is meant to protect us in the short term. It triggers that fight or flight response. The problem is, in our modern world, we experience chronic stress, and that's where things start to go downhill. Our bodies can't stay in fight or flight mode all the time.
Yep, so when you're stressed 24/7, it can lead to burnout, anxiety, and all sorts of nasty stuff. But here's the good news. Understanding stress is the first step to managing it. Once we get why it happens, we can figure out how to deal with it.
All right, let's get into one of my favorite ways to manage stress: mindfulness and breathing techniques. These are super easy to integrate into your day-to-day life, and they don't require any fancy equipment. Just you and your breath.
Oh, Tara, are you going all zen on us?
You bet I am. But seriously, mindfulness is all about being present in the moment, and that's huge when it comes to stress. When we're stressed, our minds are usually racing about a million things: past, future, what could go wrong. Mindfulness brings you back to the now.
And don't worry if you're not a meditation guru. If I can do it, anyone can.
It's true, Goran's more of a fidgeter, but even he can sit still for this. One simple technique from the book that anyone can try is deep breathing. It sounds basic, but it's incredibly effective.
Yeah, deep breathing's like hitting a reset button for your brain. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system. Basically, it tells your body, hey, it's cool. We're not being chased by tigers anymore.
Exactly. Here's a quick one you can try right now if you're listening. Box breathing. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold for 4. Try it with us. Feels better already, right?
Totally. I feel like I could take on anything after that. Well, maybe after one more coffee. All right, next up, let's talk about emotional resilience. Tara, how would you define that?
Emotional resilience is the ability to bounce back from tough situations. It's not about never feeling stressed, but about handling stress in a way that doesn't completely throw you off your game.
Right, it's like a mental workout. The more you practice these techniques, the stronger you get at handling stress without breaking down. It's like going to the gym, but for your mind, without the sweaty gym clothes.
Exactly. And the book offers tons of tips on how to build that resilience. One I love is reframing stressful situations. Instead of thinking, I can't handle this, try shifting your mindset to, this is challenging, but I'm capable of dealing with it. It seems small, but it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, when you reframe things, you take the power back. It's like you're telling your brain, hey, we got this.
And if you practice these small shifts in thinking regularly, your brain actually starts to rewire itself. Science backs this up. Neuroplasticity is real, people. Now, we can't talk about stress management without mentioning work-life balance. I know that's a huge struggle for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, especially with emails and Slack notifications pinging every 5 minutes. It's like, when does the workday actually end?
Exactly. One of the most important things you can do is set boundaries. This could be as simple as setting a no work after 7 p.m. rule or taking a real lunch break instead of working through it.
Yeah, and speaking of lunch breaks, can we talk about the power of just taking 10 minutes for yourself during the day? Step away from the computer, walk outside, do anything that breaks up your routine.
Absolutely. Self-care is a game changer when it comes to stress, and it doesn't have to be complicated. Small things like a quick stretch, a cup of tea, or 5 minutes of mindfulness can make a big difference over time.
Plus, it gives you something to look forward to. I personally love sneaking in a quick power nap. No shame.
Honestly, whatever works for you. The key is consistency. The more you make time for these little acts of self-care, the less stress has a chance to pile up. All right, folks, so to sum it all up, stress is a part of life, but it doesn't have to control you. We've shared some great tips today on breathing, mindfulness, building emotional resilience, and creating work-life balance.
Yeah, and remember, it's all about small steps. You don't have to master this overnight. Start with one thing, maybe try that box breathing technique we did today, and see how it works for you.
Exactly. The more you practice these strategies, the more calm, clarity, and peace you'll create in your life. And you know what? You deserve it.
Amen to that. So go out there and tackle your stress like a pro. And if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. We love hearing from you.
And if you tried any of the techniques we talked about today, let us know. Reach out to us on Instagram or TikTok or Twitter and share your experience. Until next time, stay calm and keep breathing.
See you next time, everyone.